Thank you, Mr. Berkowitz. Mr. Walker, your response?
I would, the first thing I'd do is I'd cut the cost of energy in half. If we had half the cost of energy in local government, local government provides services, they have a lot of buildings, but if you had a community that was paying half the cost of energy than they're paying right now, you'd have a different community, you'd have a different economy. I think that's a significant role that the state can provide. I think that truly the infrastructure that's necessary to connect the dots. I mean, as I've traveled the state, I've run into a number of communities. Ketchikan comes to mind. Certainly what I saw and enjoyed at Port McKenzie a few Saturdays ago, that there's just a couple of dots to be connected. I mean, it's so close, it literally is low-hanging fruit, and I get so frustrated when I hear people in Juneau brag how much money we put back in the savings account this year, and yet we have, a mile of this, a half mile of that, or a track here, some water that needs for a water plant in Ketchikan that the local government is reaching out to take care of themselves and to be the masters of their own destiny. But when they reach out to Juneau, often not. We see in this budget the governor cut out some significant cuts that really would have taken it sort of across the threshold for the next step. So we as a state have got to recognize that no one knows better than the local governments as far as what they need, what their needs are, and recognize them not just as a quote, as a wish list, but as an opportunity to become self-sustaining, to have an economy in their community, and to develop the resources that won't be developed unless the local government step up and do it. So I think that the best thing I can say is cut the cost of energy in half. Let's stop paying as much as we're paying for energy. And when I say half, I actually think we can be more aggressive than that, but it's easy to say that. We should be on renewable energy. There's opportunities there. And out of the budget this year, there was $25 million cut out of rural renewable energy programs that I think we need to be looking at that more rather than less. So I think we need to, energy is key to every economy in the world that is thriving has one thing in common. They have low-cost energy. We should have the lowest cost energy in the nation in Alaska. Instead, we have the highest cost energy, and we have the coldest temperature days. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I know I'm getting out of time, but
I agree.
I have a lot of. I feel very strongly about that because I look at what Bethel pays 36 cents per kilowatt hour, and they're trying to do value added to fish. I mean it's. You can only do so much when you're spending all your discretionary dollars just keeping the lights on and keeping the heat on, and that's just wrong. We have a role, we have an obligation to step up as a state to assist, and I don't mean just giving out rebate checks and hand out money. I mean putting in infrastructure that's going to make a long-term difference for those communities.